We're starting off the first sketch with a couple of organic lines, just to get an organic shape going. But we're starting with the shape and then we're going to make it look like a building. So it basically needs to look like a ribbon that's winding and flowing. This is how our building is going to look like it's made out of a flowing surface. Right, so I'm adding geometry right now, deleting a bit of geometry. Again, we're looking at a shape, the organic shape of our building. A bit of shading to get the volume to look correct. The lines to be flowing. Right. A bit more of a shading. Soon we're going to look at windows. So the shading just shows a dynamic shape that's flowing. It's meant to show the organic nature of our shape. So again, you feel it. It's more about feeling and less about thinking. A bit more of the shading. Adding people for context, just to get a bit of scale. And we can draw adjacent parts of the city to get more context. Obviously we are going to need to have windows, and the windows are going to be where the ribbon volume stops. If we show a cast shadow, the thickening of the lines a bit. And this is our volume from the frontal view. It's going to have windows on that side. Let's thicken the adjacent volumes. Just to give context to our building, which is very important. For organic architecture, you need to have context, to have some logic behind it. These are going to be windows. The windows are rectangular by definition because of the framing, and thus they show a bit of human scale in our drawing. Adding a pattern. Adding cast shadows, thickening the people. Silhouettes of the people, just for entourage, again for human scale. This is the side of our building. Right, next. Let's draw another organic architecture example. So again, we're looking at an organic building. We're going to make it look like it's, again, a free-flowing shape. It's complicated until we get the line together. The lines which will detail our object. This area here is going to be with glass. I'm adding 2 extra volumes. All three volumes are going to be connected by this petal-shaped design. Adding a bit of context. So we got a base. Adding some extra windows. Windows again are rectangular by definition. So they're going to help us add some scale, some human scale to our drawing. The windows are going to be narrow, just going to make the petal shape stand out. With shading we're going to get the curves showing of our volume. The windows are going to help us add scale. So adding people for context again, same technique. Adding a bit of hatching for the volumetric shapes. Adding a bit of a couple of buildings, a bit of the buildings. So our building looks now like it's made out of multiple petals. Hatching the windows just to get contrast. Windows work very well to give scale to our building. Again, it's about feeling rather than thinking. So you need to feel this organic shape. Adding a cast shadow. Adding buildings to add context. You can draw the people smaller so you have a different scale. This is exactly what I did here. So the building is actually a lot larger now. The number of gestures, architecture gestures it has, needs to be proportionate to the size of the building. So you can't have a small building with too many architecture gestures. Hence the larger scale, which makes sense. Windows again are used for the showing of the scale of our building, and coloring them just to get more contrast. Contrast is very good. The shape needs to look transparent, as in it's a light shape that touches the ground and folds. Adding a bit of texture. And done.